Hello, Paul Riley here, driving instructor in Leicester. How are you? Here's an answer to a question that you might have pondered if you're already learning to drive. And it's an unpopular thing, but we might as well talk about it and get it out there so you can perhaps understand it from the person's perspective, like my perspective, or your driving instructor's perspective, and maybe then think differently and maybe then act differently. It's this, right? Why have I got to give you 48 hours notice to cancel a lesson? 72 hours notice some people have. Why? Do you know what's going on? And it's this, right? Imagine today's Monday, yeah? And if the driving instructor, me or your one, is out doing the thing that people actually want, which is in the car, delivering training, making people better, giving them challenges, testing their ability, stretching their understanding and whatever skill, then they're in the car teaching. And that's what people want. And that can be a 10-hour day. That can be a 12-hour day. And if they're any good, honestly, they shouldn't be there on their phone all the time and answering calls and all the rest of it. If that's your guy, have you got the right person? So you shouldn't be in charge of a learner driver and operating a handheld telephone. That's just like a given, right? And there's points to be had if that's what you're doing. So you shouldn't be doing that. So all the time, people who want to cancel on Tuesday are ringing you on Monday. But you can't answer the phone. It's going to be the end of the day before you can get back to them. Now it's 10 o'clock at night, you've just got home, you've petted the dog and you've washed the kids and you've had your dinner and you've said hello to your husband, wife, whatever. The end of the day has come and gone. How do you now find someone to take tomorrow's 9 o'clock lesson? It can't be done. So the reason why the 48 hour, 72 hour thing is this, in my world anyway. Right, you ring me on Monday because you can't do Wednesday, or send me a text, whatever. I'll try to read it Monday if I can, when I can, but it could be well late in the day. Now you're at work doing your evening shift or whatever, or night shift, and I can't get hold of you. So now we're at a bit of an impasse where if you're telling me on Monday about Wednesday, you'll send me the thing, sorry man, I've got this, I've got that, I've got the other, I'm unwell, whatever. I'll then, as soon as I can on Monday, start messaging the rest of my clients who wants a cancellation for Wednesday, who wants to swap their Friday for Wednesday, or whatever. They can now go off and plan their life. Maybe if I'm lucky, they'll come back to me on sometime on Monday. Maybe it'll be sometime on Tuesday, but I've still got time to make the change. And that's why we have a 48 hour, 72 hour cancellation policy. It ain't because we want to be like difficult. And it ain't because, and I've seen these pictures and they're not good, driving instructor on the golf course, look at me playing golf, learners paying for my golf, love cancellations, hashtag. No. There isn't enough time to teach all the people who we want to the level that we want them to get to, and give them all the lessons they want when they want them. There ain't enough time. So giving up a lesson and no one taking it, that's like criminal, man. That is such a waste. There's so many people that you said no to. And here's the reality, right? This is my business, might be your driving instructor's business. I get 30 inquiries a day, yeah? And that's good, because I worked really hard and my reputation's all right. And I say no to 29 out of 30, 9 out of 10, 99 out of 100, whatever you like. Because they want something I can't do, in a place I can't go, at a time I can't do, with a time scale that just don't work. They want to start today and pass in 3 months. How? It takes 6 months to get a test. How? You haven't even passed the theory. How? So it can't be done. Or I've got a test in 2 weeks and my driving instructor's let me down. Have they? Or did they just tell you you're not good enough? I don't know. But I'm not free. My people have planned. They're clever. They've planned a year ahead. They've got their learning journey mapped out. They've gone, right, it's going to take 4 weeks to do the theory. Yeah. I'm going to do a lesson a week, times 4, times this, times that, times so. Let's say I'm going to do 60 hours, let's say it's true. They can work out that that's 30 weeks, and 30 weeks is 7.5 months. 7.5 months on top of 4 weeks for a theory test. Well, now you're at 8.5 months. So this whole idea of I'll pass really quick, it just can't happen. So people have planned their life for a year ahead. Therefore, you just don't have any lessons to give anyone. So, why don't my driving instructors give me a free lesson on the next one? For the visual, I'm a visual learner, right? This hopefully is a visual representation of why that's not possible, right? Here's my business. And this is what it cost me to run it. That's the money I need, right? Figuratively speaking, car, insurance, tax, MOTs, the whole thing, right? So I need this much to get past this month. But one person a week just goes, oh, sorry mate, got a cough, can't do my lesson, sorry about that, and they're like, oh, just give me another one on another day. So next month comes, or the month after, or the month after. The cost of doing business for me hasn't changed. Car, tax, MOT, whatever, right? So I still need this much money coming in to pay that bill. Like, these are all my bills. Yeah, visual aids, I love visual aids. This is gas bill, electric bill, mortgage, blah, 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 all the things that cost money in life, right? Just like you have. They don't change. They never change. So that is what I've got coming through the door. That's what needs to pay for it. But now you want me in 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time, next month, to take less money in that month because I'm giving you a free lesson that I could be charging for and teaching someone else. And you only need to do that once a week. And it's a massive amount of money. Could you, in your job, give yourself £3,500, £4,000 a year pay cut? Could you do it? No, I don't imagine you could, unless you're super wealthy or retired, right? But that's what people think we should do as a driving instructor, right? When they just want their lesson paid, you know, like credited to the next one. Do the maths, right? I charge 40 quid an hour plus £3 for fuel, right? So let's call it £83 for one session, right? One person a week cancels, 83 quid that I'm giving up next week, the week after, when I don't charge them for the lesson they're then going to get, right? 83 times 4, what's that? 80, 160, 320, 330 quid, give or take. £330 in 1 month. How many weeks do you work a year? I work 46, 48. So that's 10, 11 months. So 300 something pounds a month times, let's just say 10 for simple maths. You're nudging 3.5 grand across the year where you are giving away lessons because you're doing them again for zero, but your bills, they didn't change. That's why your driving instructor won't let you off when you cancel short notice. They can't afford to. They've got a business. And the only way round it, it'll be unpopular, is to yank the prices up so much more that everybody else pays for your cancellation, and that can't be fair. So that's it. So it's unpopular and we don't like doing it because it sounds like a crappy thing to do. Sorry mate, you've got to pay me, but it's my lost time. You can sell your time only once, and you would have sold it 100 times for that lesson next Friday, next Tuesday, whatever. But you said no to everybody because you gave it to you. And then right on the day you go, sorry, can't do it. No, I get it, you're ill, you know, your cat is ill, your goldfish is dead. I get it. But that doesn't help our business and it doesn't pay our mortgage. And that's the sad truth. We're in this to make a living and we want to help people. But I can't think of anybody that just does it because of some crusade they're on and they don't need the money. I mean, I can't think of a single person. So I hope that explains it to you in a way that now makes it like, oh yeah, I get it. If I was you, I'd do the same. Talk it through your driving instructor if you've had this experience. If you find this stuff helpful, like and subscribe. If you want any sort of help with anything driving, message me and I'll try and help you. I might not know the answer, but I might know someone that does. Thank you for stopping by. As ever, you know, I'll see you the next time we're in the car if we're working together already.